everyone, welcome to the Stalwart Initiative, and we're back for another look at Mages of Strixhaven, our newest Unearthed Arcana, a Magic the Gathering and D&D crossover, another crossover event coming up, and we're doing some playtest for some of the many subclasses that they're offering, or that they will be offering in the book, according with the schools in the like Hogwarts style supplement that we're getting there. So let's take a look at our last mage, the Mage of Witherbloom, and this is a Druid and Warlock subclass. So remember, these subclasses are multi-class subclasses, so you can have them for different classes. So this one is Druid and Warlock, and you'll get as described before in the other videos, you will when you get to certain levels in here, you'll get features, but you can only pick one at a time, which doesn't look like it's going to be like the Bard one we explored before. It doesn't look like it's going to affect these chums horribly. So let's take a look here. You get two features at level 1. The first is Witherbloom spells. You learn the cantrip Spare the Dying, which is nice, especially if you're in combat. Neither of these classes, maybe the Warlock gets Spare the Dying, or gets an opportunity to get Spare the Dying, but it's nice to have the, nice cantrip to have, and especially since you don't have to use any of your choice cantrips to do it. So an additional cantrip, very nice. Cure wounds and inflict wounds, a very nice life death kind of thing going on there. Very good spells to have, especially for Warlock, who typically won't have cure wounds. So cool. So we get those spells for free, and then we also get this Witherbloom spell list that you'll get at class level 3, 5, 7, and 9, and Lesser Restoration, Revivify, which as of Tasha's Cauldron, Druids already have on their spell list, but it's nice to get it for free here. And Vampiric Touch, Ray Enfeeblement, Blight, Greater Restoration. These are pretty good spells, and they accent the whole life and death kind of thing. And very cool. Very cool. Even though, the Revivify thing for me with Druids, even though I love Druids, is kind of like the Dark Vision thing. It just seems like everybody's getting it. Kind of like the Healy Holy types were the ones to get Revivify, but hey, whatever. I like Druids, so it doesn't hurt my feelings. I did forget to read the blurb here. Let's check out the thematics here behind the Mage of Witherbloom. Mages of Witherbloom draw their magic from the energy that endlessly flows from life to death and back again. They see the duality of thriving life and inevitable death in all things, tapping and manipulating the transition of energy between these states. Some Witherbloom adherents focus on vital energies to nurture life and empower others, while others embrace the drain of vitality into decay to sap and strike down their foes. I really looked forward to this as a Druid fan, and as a the whole life-death cycle thing. I was really looking forward to this subclass, but I have some opinions on some of the stuff. So first off, though, the Witherbloom spells, I have no problems with that. That's a decent spell list. It's very nice to have for both of those classes. And our second level 1 feature is Essence Tap. As a bonus action, you draw on a reservoir of life essence to empower yourself for 1 minute, or until you use this feature again. For the duration, you gain one of the following benefits of your choice. Overgrowth, which when you choose this benefit as a bonus action on subsequent turns, or when you choose a benefit and as a bonus action on subsequent turns, that's important. While the benefit lasts, you can expend and roll 1 hit die. You regain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled, plus your spellcasting ability modifier. So this is giving you an additional way to use your hit dice. Okay, that's nice. Little self-combat healing. Okay. And the second option is Withering Strike. When you deal damage, you can change the damage type to necrotic and ignore resistance to necrotic damage. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So considering we don't get another subclass feature until 6th level, these are what we get. These are your early game options. A lot of games will start at level 1, level 3, level 4. They'll start early games, so this is what you get from this subclass. I'm not too thrilled with it. Really, it's just kind of meh. Especially for Druids. Wizards have been doing a very good job at giving us additional ways to use our wild shape, our uses of wild shape besides the traditional, shape shifting into a very low CR animal. This negates that as a subclass, but your subclass would normally offer you at level 2. This would negate that because you don't have that option. It's not part of you. And I know they can't do that. They can't specify wild shape because you have the Warlock also as an option here. So what you're giving up, the possibilities you're giving up for using hit dice in combat, I know it's healing and it's nice and you can use your ability modifier and it's a bonus action. Yay, all those things. And changing your damage to necrotic isn't that big of a deal right now at level 1, but it does become a larger deal later on, as we'll see. So that's okay. And ignoring resistance to necrotic is very cool, especially if you're normally dealing damage with a damage type that the enemy would be resistant to. You can switch that to necrotic. You can get away, even if they're resistant to necrotic, you can bypass that as well. It's cool. I just think that it's kind of as a a main feature here that most people are going to use, or all actually characters of this subclass. I think it just lacks a little bit. More useful, in my opinion, for a Warlock who has Eldritch Blast and which really, most things aren't resistant to force damage either, so it's not like the resistance is really going to get you far there. But there are other features, so let's move on. At 6th level, there is Witherbloom Brew. You gain proficiency with the herbalism kits, if you don't already have it. When you finish a long rest, you can use an herbalism kit and a pot or cauldron to create magical brews. You create a number of brews equal to your proficiency bonus. Each brew requires its own flask. A brew retains its magical potency for 24 hours or until it is used. For each brew, choose one of the following effects. This is very reminiscent of the Alchemist Artificer. Let's take a look. The first one is Fortifying. When you create this brew, choose a damage type from the following list: cold, fire, necrotic, poison, or radiant. Radiant's a little weird of a standout there. A creature can drink this brew or administer it to another creature as an action. The recipient gains resistance to the chosen damage type for 1 hour. This I do like. So this is very powerful. Out of that list, now granted it's not a huge list of damage types, but that is a good list. Fire and necrotic and poison stand out a lot right there. That's great. And for 1 hour, that could be multiple encounters. That's great. Very cool. Quickening is the next one. A creature can drink this brew or administer it to another creature as an action. The recipient regains 2d6 hit points and 1 disease or condition from the following list. Affecting the recipient ends. The brewer's brew user's choice: charm, frightened, paralyzed, stunned, or poisoned. Great. This is also another very powerful and useful. You regain a good amount of hit points, and you can end one of those debilitating conditions. Charmed, paralyzed, stunned, those are brutal. Frightened is also very bad, and poisoned can be very affecting. But man, those other ones, whew, that is brutal. Very cool. Toxifying is the last option. As an action, a creature can apply this brew to a simple or martial weapon. The next time the weapon or a piece of ammunition fired by it hits a creature within 1 hour, the target takes 2d6 poison damage and must succeed on a con save against your spell save DC or be poisoned for 1 minute. So this is a decent damaged poison addition. Okay, it hits. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it said, yes, sir, pause there. I wanted to make sure it said it hits a creature and not just you. So if you fire a bow with this and the arrow comes out and doesn't hit anything, that would be a feels bad because it goes to waste, but it does say when it hits a creature. So hooray for not going to waste, although the other two are such good options. The quickening and fortifying are such good options. It would be tough to pick the toxifying, but if you need the extra DPS, then yeah. Yay, even though it's poison damage. Oh well, damage. Love it. So that I do like. So the Witherbloom Brew is a very good feature in my opinion, even though it does slightly step on the alchemist's toes, but that's okay. They're still keeping kind of with the theme here. Now, 10th level, we get Witherbloom Adept. Your connection to the flow of life force deepens. Once per turn, when you deal necrotic damage or restore hit points using a spell, one target of the spell takes additional damage or regains additional hit points equal to your proficiency bonus. This pretty decent. It's consistent. I like that. It's only once per turn, so we got to keep that in mind. And it's only one target. They did a very good job of not letting this slip into the realm of being OP. If it's every target and you're using AoE spells, that could stack up pretty quickly. And this does stack on top of the necrotic damage you do with your other feature, your earlier feature. So it's additional damage or additional healing. It's decent. It's consistent. At least it's consistent. Nothing flashy. At least it's consistent. I like it. It's building on your features already, on the theme already. It's decent. Okay. Last up, our capstone, we have Withering Vortex. When you cast a spell using a spell slot that deals necrotic damage to any number of creatures that aren't undead or constructs, choose one of the creatures that took damage. You drain an amount of life energy equal to half the damage dealt to the chosen creature. One creature other than yourself that you can see within 30 feet of you regains a number of hit points equal to the life energy drained. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus to regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. I love this feature. It just needs tweaked. Oh, just the whole like draining the life from something and watching it wither, and the vitality should be able to flow into you as well. I mean, for Pete's sakes, you can be a warlock as this. Why not be selfish, you know? Why not allow selfish instead of just team? Not that I'm encouraging the teamwork, mind you, but you should be able to do it to yourself as well. It's only, you're only going to be able to do it so many times, even if it's a self-heal, so what? It's very cool, and this is your capstone. Don't lock it down. Don't put baby in a corner. Just let the heal work for yourself as well as your teammates. And this is perfect. I really like this as a capstone if they make that one little change. Perfectly understandable for non-undead or constructs. Totally with that. That's also a spare the dying as well. You can't do that on undead or constructs. Fits with the theme. Very cool. Just fix it. Just fix it. And oh yeah, this level 1. I know it's level 1. It can't be too powerful. But this essence tab, I don't know, man. It just needs to have something. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Any suggestions for the Essence tab? I do like the theme. The Witherbloom theme is great. I just really a few tweaks. Essence tab and that capstone need to be tweaked. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the last of this Unearthed Arcana. And yeah, some new stuff coming up soon. Stay tuned, subscribe, all that jazz. And until next time, unity is strength. So take care of each other, stay safe. And I'll see you again real soon.